welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into something really fascinating. How companies actually make money, especially when things seem free.
Yeah, and also that strategic art, product versioning, how they slice and dice their offerings.
Exactly. So our mission today, to decode those hidden mechanics behind the free stuff we use every day.
It really is a bit of a mystery, isn't it? You've got all these services, feels like you pay nothing, but, well, where's the value going? How are these companies actually profitable? That's what we're digging into.
Okay, so let's unpack this idea of free. Many services you use daily, think Instagram, maybe X, some streaming, they feel free. But are they?
Almost never. It's a fundamental concept, really. If you're getting something for free, the company's definitely getting something back from you. It's not just a saying. It's like the engine of the digital economy.
So what are they getting? What are these healing currencies you mentioned?
Well, one of the biggest ones is your content. Your photos on Instagram, your posts on X, even those long-form thoughts you share.
Right.
When you upload that stuff, you're essentially giving them a license. It's usually perpetual, unlimited, like forever.
Forever.
Yeah,
Wow.
pretty much. To use your content for, well, almost anything. Marketing, training their AI models, you name it. You basically become an unpaid content creator.
So my vacation snaps are helping them make money.
Precisely. You fuel the platform and they sell ads against it or use it in other ways. Another big currency, your attention.
Ah, the attention economy.
Exactly. Think about those free streaming services popping up like Freeview or Pluto.
Yeah.
They're ad-based. You watch shows, you watch ads.
Kind of like old school TV, but on demand?
Pretty much. It feels like we might be coming full circle back to advertising funding a lot of entertainment.
Interesting. What else?
Then there's the classic freemium model. Spotify is a great example.
Okay.
You get the free version, right? But there are ads or limits on skipping songs. Features are held back.
Yeah, those ads can be annoying.
And that's the point, that friction, that slight annoyance. It's designed to gently, or maybe not so gently, push you towards paying for the premium subscription.
Got it. So the takeaway for you listening is nothing's really free online. There's always an exchange, your content, your eyeballs, or a strategic nudge to pay up.
Exactly. Which leads us perfectly into the next big idea, how companies deliberately structure all this. It's called versioning.
Versioning, okay.
Yeah, it's the art and science of tailoring products and services for different groups of customers based on what they need and, crucially, what they're willing to pay.
So it's not just random pricing.
Oh, definitely not random. It's very strategic. There are 3 core things they manage. Defining the pricing tiers, setting the specific feature limitations for each tier, and figuring out smart bundling strategies.
Let's make this concrete. Zoom is a perfect example, right? So many of us use it.
Yeah.
How did Eric Yuan, the CEO, manage to basically, well, disrupt Cisco's whole virtual meeting business?
Yuan's insight was brilliant and maybe obvious in hindsight. Cisco was selling these huge, expensive conference room systems, 70 grand a pop sometimes.
Wow.
Yuan realized the future wasn't the room, it was the person. On their laptop, he saw a better way, left Cisco, started Zoom, and their pricing is just textbook versioning.
Starting with that free plan.
Yep, the famous free tier with the 40-minute limit.
Ugh, that limit. It always cuts off right when things get interesting.
Exactly. It's valuable enough to get you hooked, you see the quality, but that cutoff, it's just annoying enough to make individuals and businesses think, okay, maybe we should pay.
So it's a deliberate pain point.
Absolutely deliberate. Then you have the paid tiers. Pro, business, enterprise, more time, more people, recording features, scaling up for different needs.
How does that compare to, say, Microsoft Teams?
That's a great comparison. Teams is often bundled free with big Office 365 enterprise deals. Microsoft is playing the long game, aiming for the big corporate accounts. They're almost letting Zoom have the individual and small business space, or at least making it really tough for Zoom there.
So different strategies for different market segments.
Precisely. And speaking of enterprise deals, there's this whole negotiation game.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that.
When you see those high list prices for enterprise software, like maybe $300 per person per year for Zoom, that's often just the starting point.
A sticker price nobody actually pays.
Pretty much, especially for large clients, it's a negotiating number. It's set high so the client can negotiate a huge discount, 50, 60, maybe even more % off.
We heard this example about the entire Texas university system.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of users. Getting like an 80 or 90% discount. That sounds crazy.
It does sound crazy, but it makes perfect sense for Zoom or any software company like them. Why? Because the cost of adding one more user, the marginal cost, is practically zero.
Right, it's just software. No physical thing to ship.
Exactly. So even with a massive discount, getting hundreds of thousands of users is hugely profitable. And the university, they look great. They go to their board or the legislature and say, look at the amazing deal we got. We saved 90%. Everybody wins. It's enabled by that near zero marginal cost.
That's actually brilliant. And Zoom didn't stop at just meetings, did they?
Nope. They leveraged their tech to create Zoom conferencing, an adjacent service.
For bigger events.
Yeah, think virtual conferences, anywhere from 100 to 10,000 attendees. Different features needed there, right? Participants don't usually see everyone else. The focus is on speakers, slides, Q&A, moderator tools.
Makes sense.
And the pricing reflects that value. Like maybe $64,000 a year for up to 10,000 attendees. Sounds like a lot, but conference organizers can easily make that back and more from registration fees. It's a smart expansion.
Okay, beyond just the pricing and features, companies use other tactics too, right? More psychological ones.
Right.
Like making you feel good about using their product.
Oh, absolutely. There's something called reinforcement marketing. That big Zoho ad you might see at the airport. It's not really about getting new customers.
No. Then what's it for?
It's mainly for the people already using Zoho. It makes them feel good, validated. Like, yeah, I made the right choice. My company uses this successful, visible brand. It makes them feel part of the tribe.
Ah, like why Coca-Cola still advertises constantly. We all know Coke.
Precisely. It's reinforcing loyalty, keeping the brand top of mind, making current users feel good. Plus, there's a subliminal thing. See that Zoho ad for 15 years, even if you don't use it, it builds this background familiarity, this sense of legitimacy.
Clever. Okay, who else is really good at this kind of strategic segmentation? Apple comes to mind.
Apple are masters, absolute masters. Look at the iPhone lineup every year. You've got the Pro, the standard model, the SE maybe. Clear tiers, clear price points.
Right.
They've stuck to that model for years. It caters perfectly to different budgets, different needs for features.
And you see it play out in families, don't you? Like parents get the new fancy Pro model, and the kids get the slightly older one, or the SE, often bundled in a family plan. They capture the whole household.
It's brilliantly done. They get revenue from multiple price points within the same family unit.
And speaking of Apple, we have to talk about the App Store. That launch alongside the original iPhone. You said it literally changed everything. Why was it such a big deal?
Oh, it was seismic. Before the App Store, getting software onto a mobile phone was a nightmare. For developers, it was incredibly fragmented and difficult.
Right, different carriers, different phone models.
Exactly. The App Store solved that problem overnight. Suddenly, there was one place for developers to reach every iPhone user directly. No carriers in the middle.
And had search categories.
Search, categories, one-tap wireless downloads, automatic updates. It just made everything seamless. It unleashed this incredible wave of creativity because distribution was suddenly easy.
And the business model, that 70-30 split.
Ah, yes, the famous 70-30. Developers got 70% of the revenue. Apple kept 30%. That 30% covered credit card processing, hosting the app, marketing the store.
And that became the standard, pretty much.
It absolutely set the standard. It was so powerful, it even forced Amazon to change how they sold ebooks for a while. And despite challenges like that big lawsuit with Fortnite, that 70-30 split has largely remained the benchmark for digital marketplaces. It was, in itself, a form of value versioning for Apple taking a slice of a massive, growing ecosystem.
What about all the free apps, though? How does Apple make money there if there's no 30% cut?
That's a good question. For free apps, Apple doesn't charge the developer or the user. Their interest there aligns with the developers. Get as many good apps onto the platform as possible. Because a rich ecosystem of free apps makes the iPhone itself more valuable. It drives hardware sales. It pulls people into the Apple ecosystem where they might then buy music, movies, iCloud storage, or paid apps later. It's a long-term play that fuels the whole machine.
Makes sense. It's all connected.
It's all very connected. And we see these versioning and bundling strategies everywhere now, right? Disney Plus bundling, Marvel, Star Wars, Hulu, ESPN Plus Fest.
Right, the Disney bundle.
Spotify bundling, Hulu sometimes. Microsoft Office 365 is just a massive bundle of different apps and services with various plans.
LinkedIn, too, with its free versus premium tiers.
Exactly. They let you taste the premium features, maybe subscribe for a month, hoping you'll see the value and stick with it. Zoho does something similar with that free plan for small teams, like up to 3 users.
That's their guerrilla marketing you mentioned.
Yeah. Get small teams hooked on the full feature set for free. Hope they grow and become paying customers, or at least recommend Zoho to bigger companies they interact with. It's smart seeding.
So it's not just consumer apps, it's happening in big business software, too.
Oh, yeah. Even the giants, QuickBooks, Oracle NetSuite, SAP HANA, they're all moving more towards tiered, cloud-based subscription models. Often still heavily negotiated at the enterprise level, but definitely more transparent and versioned than the old, opaque, one-size-fits-all perpetual licenses. The market demands it now. But let's try and wrap this up. What have we really uncovered in this deep dive? First, free online usually isn't free. There's almost always a hidden currency, your content, your attention, or it's a lure towards a paid version.
Got it. Free isn't free.
Second, versioning isn't accidental. It's a highly deliberate strategy. Companies carefully balance pricing, features, and bundling to capture different customer segments based on their needs and what they'll pay.
A sophisticated art.
Definitely. And third, these models, from simple app pricing to complex enterprise deals and even global regulations like the FCPA, they shape everything, how we interact daily, how businesses compete, even touching on ethical debates.
It really makes you think about how fast things change. I remember when the first iPhone came out, honestly, I didn't fully get it immediately, the scale of the change it would bring.
Not many people did. It seemed cool, but revolutionary. It took time to see the full impact.
And now we're kind of in a similar moment, aren't we? With AI, things that seem like science fiction even a year ago, maybe even just weeks ago, people are building them at home now. The speed is just mind-blowing.
It really is an exponential curve right now.
So, maybe a final thought for you listening. Take a moment to think about the free services you rely on every single day. What might you actually be paying with? What's that hidden exchange happening?
Yeah, and looking forward, as AI continues this incredible acceleration, how will these models, we've talked about pricing, features, bundling, how will they adapt? What new ways of defining and exchanging value are just around the corner? That's the next frontier.